Вас вітає український драматичний театр Заграва з міста Торонто, Канада. І ми хочемо сьогодні вам представити уривок з поеми Шевченка «Великий, льох», «Три ворони». Прозвучить 4 мовами. Не дивуйтесь, що учасники розуміють один одного, бо вони говорять мовою Шевченка. І мені хотілося представити учасників. Це пан Єник Березовський, Оксана Косаренко, музичний супровід Богдан Ляшенко і я, Геннадій Ляшенко. Ці зйомки ми проводимо в музеї Шевченка в місті Торонто, за що ми дуже вдячні музею, адміністрації і особисто директорці музею пані Людмилі Погорєловій. І спробуємо вас не розчарувати нашим виконанням. Дякую.
"Kara! Kara!" cried the rook. "Bogdan is a crook. He went to thieves in Kyiv to sell the goods he took."
J'étais en Paris et j'ai bu 3 lots d'alcool avec Radziwill et Potocki.
Через мост идет черт, а коза по воді, бить біді, бить біді. Отак кричали і летіли ворони з 3 сторін. І сіли на маяку, що на горі посеред лісу, усі 3, мов на мороз понадувались. Одна на другу позирали, неначе 3 старі сестри, що дівували, дівували, аж поки мохом поросли.
"Here's some for you and some for you. I flew far away to steal some gall from a Decembrist in Siberia. So, you see, there's a thing with which to break our fast. Well, in your Lascovy, is something there for nourishment, or was there not? And now there's nothing."
Эй, сестрица, много. 3 указа накаркала на одну дорогу.
"For what kind? With rails? Well, you've outdone yourself."
Да, 6000 в одной версте душ передушила.
"Don't lie, 'cause it was 5, and that was with von Korf." She's even bragging, taking credit for the work of others. Rotten cabbage head. "And you, most gracious Polish lady, you wine and dine in Paris, you evildoer, evil. That spilled the river, maybe more of blood, and drove your gentry to Siberia." So that's enough. You've got your fill of pride. Behold, such a noble peacock.
Et qu'est-ce que tu as fait?
What? Nerve you have to ask me that. You were not yet born when I already ran a tavern here and also poured some blood. Just look at you. Karamzin they've read and think they're really something. Get lost, you upstarts. You have yet to grow your down, you unfeathered cripples.
Quelle bêtise! Ce n'est pas celle qui s'est saoulée qui s'est levée tôt, mais celle qui est bien dormie.
Would you have gotten drunk without me, with all your priests? You haven't any talent. I burned down Poland with its kings. If it were up to you, you tweeter, she would still be standing. And what was it that I did not do with free and independent Cossacks? Just whom did I not lease them to? To whom did I not sell them to? But they're so damned resilient, I thought that with Bogdan I almost buried them. No, they all arose, the rogues, and joined the Swedish vagrant. It was quite a happening. It makes me angry to recall. I burned Baturin and dammed the river Sula, just with Cossack officers in the town of Romny, and with others, just plain Cossacks. I sowed all of Finland in the Orel. I piled heaps And for the Tsar I drove troops to follow troops to fill the swamps in Lagoda, and the famed Puluvutok I smothered in a dungeon. That was quite a celebration. Even hell was scared that night, and Rjavitsa, the Blessed Virgin, burst out crying.
И я таки пожила. С татарами помутила, с мучителем покутила, с Петрухою попила, да немцам запродала.
You've done fine. You've fastened all the Ruskies with German iron shackles. You may as well lie down and sleep in my parts. The devil only knows whom the people seek. I've already sent them into dungeons and bred hordes of gentry dressed in fancy uniforms. I've bred them just like lice. They're all distinguished bastards. Their crazy siege is thick with Jews. But the Muscovite is no less clever. He's adept at turning tricks. He knows just how to warm his hands. Though I'm fierce, I'm not able, nonetheless, to do what Russians do with Cossacks in Ukraine. A decree is what they print. By the grace of God, you belong to us. All belong to us. Be it pretty or not pretty. They now embark upon a search for the ancient in the vaults, because there's nothing left to take in ordinary homes. They serenely took it all. The devil knows why they rushed to excavate this lousy vault. If they'd waited a bit, the church would also fall, and they describe 2 ruins in the latest issue of the Beat.
Pourquoi tu nous appelais? Pour regarder le caveau?
Yes, indeed, upon the vault. But there are 2 more wonders yet to rise in Ukraine this night. A mother will give birth to twins. One will, like Gonta, be a tyrant against tyrants. The other will, well, he's one of us. He will help the tyrants. Ours already pinches before he's left the womb. And I've read that when that Gonta grows, all that's ours is lost. He'll plunder all the good and won't desert his brother, and he'll be spreading truth and freedom all throughout Ukraine. So you see, my sisters, what it is that they arrange. They're preparing shackles for the tyrants and all things that are good.
Je verserai de l'or fondu dans ses yeux.
But he's a cursed brute and will not want the gold.
Я царевыми чинами скручу ему руки.
Et je rassemblerai tous les mâles et souffrances du monde.
From across the world. No, my sisters, not that way. While people are still blind, he needs to be interred. Otherwise, there's trouble. There, you see, above Kyiv a sweeping cornet's tail, and the ground that's shaking above the Dnipro and the Tasman. Do you hear? There's moaning on the hill above the town of Cheherin. Oh, all Ukraine is laughing and lamenting. The twins are born, and the crazy mother cackles that both will have the name Ivan. Let's fly.
Полетіли, і летячі співали.
Our Ivan will sail with his crony to the Leman on the Dnieper.
Notre Yarchouk ira ailleurs manger des vipères avec moi.
Как схвачу да помчу, в самый ад полечу стрелою.